Where are we? Where are we?
Welcome.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali kulli wa sahbihi kulli ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Today is the last day of our program in Ramadan, but it's not the last day of the program. Inshallah, we continue after Ramadan. On March 28 will be our first session after the Ramadan. What we have done so far, we begin our journey with the Ramadan, and we said the Ramadan is the month of Qur'an, and we try to delve into the golden diamond, the treasure of the Quranic verses. And we mentioned that there are certain the principles that we need to be aware as we read and reflect on Quran. There are certain principles related to the language, related to the overall message of Quran, related to the time of revelation, related to the context. And when we look at Quranic verses within those principles and context, so we get deep meaning. And what we did, we then try to understand which kind of book Quran is. So we came up with 11 different categories, and we're still on that. And today we're going to, inshallah, we're aiming to finish that and give you overview of all these categories. But we have many more subjects left. And as a fact, I don't know if I could even predict when we might be able to finish that. We didn't, because our goal was that every session try to, in a way, delve into the ayah and get something new from those ayah, get some gold and diamond from that. And we didn't really want to put any time constraint on this regard. And we have opened the journey. I think when I mentioned this to Dr. Ali, he said, so let it be. If it's going to last until, our last day on this planet, let it be to continue until then. So alhamdulillah, we are committed to that. And so we're going to have it once a week, every week, inshallah. We don't know whether it's going to take months, a year, or years. Allah knows. Our goal is to really seriously delve into those Quranic verses. Now, yesterday, we're reflecting on the ayah about the happiness, and everyone want to have happiness. But the Quran set very interesting principle and telling that the real those who believe and do good deeds, then we will give them a good life, in this world, as well as we will reward them in the hereafter. So, and we reflect on this and saying that essentially belief gives us a certain perspective, a way of seeing the reality. It's not like, in a way, you just try to look at the good side of the things. You try to look at through the lens of Tawheed, the lens of Iman, that everything become good, everything become meaningful, everything become in this case beneficial and has good outcome for you. That's because we mentioned the only bad thing is actually in our choice when we make bad choices. Unless we make something to be bad for ourselves, anything that's chosen for us must be good, because God is all good and he never does anything that is bad for us. So in this regard, we said that essentially those are very much linked together, that how we perceive the reality and how we link everything to the Creator, and how we link every event that's come from all God, all-knowing, most merciful Creator. So in this regard, that was the things that we reflect on. That we mentioned that as a human beings, that we want eternity. If without the Creator, given that we all going to die. It's just a matter of time. It's not like right now, let's say there's a place of war and bombing coming and you're in danger of gonna die. No, it's in a way there is a hidden bomb around the world and eventually kill every single human being. There is no way to escape from that. It's just a matter of time when the bomb is gonna hit us. So then if the question for us, how can we be saved from that? And Quran provide a very clear message that the one who create us is not going to make us to decay and go nothing, is essentially take our soul from the body and send us to an eternal place. And therefore we said that it's essential for human being to find a creator and find the eternity through the creator to have a true contentment and satisfaction. And that's what we ended. And we mentioned we're going to have three, I think, more other categories, and we're going to cover them today. And then with this, we'll give you the overview, and inshallah, and we'll end it with that.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Thank you very much. So we did yesterday talked about that the Quran is a guide for us to let us live as a happy life, but contentment, as you said, is the most important aspect of it. Happy life doesn't mean that we will have no problem at all. No, happy life depends on your contentment. For example, if you are training yourself for anything, to get a job, for example, to have a knee position. So they give you an orientation. They teach you and help you, the school or the company, whatever. They prepare you and they expect you to learn something. For example, give you homework, do and go and study this subject, and accordingly tomorrow we will teach you how to put it into practice. You may think that I am giving some responsibility on me, but it is, it is a news that you are going to have a new position, right position for you as you were expecting to have it. So you think that I am in trouble. No, you are happy that you are giving some responsibilities to learn and get ready for the position. Anyways, this contentment, happiness doesn't mean that I will have no problem at all. Impossible. But we will have all the responsibilities, but within this responsibility, we will see the pleasure. Within this responsibility, see the pleasure. For example, I think among our friends, I am the oldest here. Now, my eyes don't see very well. My ear don't hear very well. Am I complaining or am I supposed to complain? I would say theoretically, no. But I am not having a life as I want, but I am very pleased with it. Why? Because I know these are given to me to understand the reality deep down in my own consciousness. I am a dependent being. I am a needy being. I shouldn't be arrogant. And I have to get ready to encounter with the one who has been introducing himself with all the good qualities he has given to me when I was young. That is also, he has given me the desire to be as young as I want forever. I am content with this training, with this education. Although apparently I go to the doctor and say, what shall I do with these eyes? I cannot see. Is there a new solution for it? Yeah, but Contentment is different from happiness. As one of our friends in the WhatsApp group discussed this, and also you mentioned that the contentment is important. Anyways, yesterday we talked about happiness, but we shared this picture, this world is transient and my feelings remain forever. Expecting, craving for happiness. But this child, poor child, is crying because chocolate finished. Once more. And it's a negative example. It means this guy, seeing that everything is meaningless, empty, purposeless. Why should I study? Why should I study? Why? Because it doesn't see the eternal the side of the spirit, his spirit wants, and he doesn't see that. If he doesn't see it, he's not happy at all. He cannot enjoy his life. Apparently, he may have a wonderful house, maybe rich, doesn't matter. Heart is, spirit is craving. So these are negative examples. I said, how can I express the happiness? I was thinking about it, and I asked AI to draw something for me, and I wanted to share it. And our beloved moderator warned me, be careful, Ali. People may misunderstand. I said, yeah, that's really true. People may misunderstand. Correct. But I say, why? Why misunderstanding? Because they may think that you are being those people who likened God. It's very famous in the history. Nowadays, some people may misunderstand as well, imagining God as a man. And as a reaction, our scholars took precaution and said that you cannot read the Quran literally, and you cannot say that God is like any other human being or creature, but is with a, let's say, the Superman. The long ago, I don't know, it is still the favorite video or movie for the children. He-Man. So I don't know, is it still on? But in my old age, yeah? Sorry?
Yeah, I think that there are making those kind of movie steals from time to
Yeah.
time.
But not like me. It's a man, but not like with the He-Man, hero. They took precaution, but at the same time, they thought, but the Quran says, obviously, Quran says, gives the picture very real life experience and introducing himself in hadith literature, in the ayat, as if it's a human being. I said, this is a big problem. So since, bringing life, making really present life to our living body, animate body, is only possible through mu'min, وهو mu'min, iman. So Quran describes this in a way that we can easily comprehend, understand. I think I prepared some ayats. So this matter is extremely important, my friends. If we don't understand this, we are going to talk. It is my Eid present. You don't understand the Quran. Whatever you claim, I believe in it 100%. No, you don't understand the Quran. Only with one condition. as far as this subject is concerned, of course. You have to understand today these ayats. We have to understand it. The title is this, discloses everything. The Quran educates human beings from their perspective within their capacity. Never forget this. Never forget. Within my capacity, according to my level of understanding, as He created me with this capacity, and speaks to me from my perspective. Look at this verse. Now, what does it say? Okay, let's listen to it. I wanted to, here is morning here where I am, but some people maybe, our friends are just having their dinner, we don't know. But okay, I prepared this ayat, going through the Quran in my mind like this. What is there, like a radar? I collected these ayats.
وفي الأرض آيات للموقنين وفي أنفسكم أفلا تبصرون.
Of course, and on earth there are signs for those with sure belief, sure faith, as there are within yourself. Can you not see? What does it mean? I have created you with the capacity that these are ayats, these are signs. Signs to what? To the reality that you can understand. Earth demonstrates with its quality, anything on earth with its quality, whatever is manifested in its existence, whatever there are on earth, there are ayat showing, introducing the qualities, the Quran says, Asma'ul Husna, of their creator. But there is in me, not in my body, because my body belongs to the earth. That's what we misunderstand usually. وَفِي الْأَرْضِ, and on earth there are signs included my body. My body belongs to this earth. But وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ, within your own human capacity, there are ayats as well. It means human feelings are ayat to understand. I like this. I say, my creator must like this as well. That's how he introduces himself to me. I don't like this. My creator is teaching me that I shouldn't like it. That I shouldn't like it. By giving me this sense of disliking something. For example, simple. So our feelings are created in a way that I can use them as a yardstick, as a criterion to understand who my creator is, which kind of Asma'ul Husna qualities he has. Now we have to use ourselves in the best way that we could. So, إِفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ in English, unfortunately, there is no difference between ra'a and basara. So, tubsir, not only with the eye to see, that is ra'a, that is, I don't know, looking at something, nazara. But here, basara, absar, something to show something. so that you see, yes, I understand now. I can see the truth in it. That is tubsirun. Can you not see it? Don't you not see it? Don't you not see it? Because I have given you this ability. So we have to use our senses. Oh, that is how we are created. Well, I don't like the word because it reminds some another way of understanding. I am designed for this purpose. I am giving my spirit. Look, the Quran uses the words delicately. When the Quran refers to my bodily creation, it says khalaqa, ja'ala, and all the other, the bada'a, lots of words used there. But when it comes to the creation, be careful, creation of our spirit. It doesn't say, I created. It is my command, my emr, my order. I breathed into the body a spirit from my spirit. What does it mean? It's a tool to directly, when I use this tool, I can directly understand who my creator is. It is a kind of automatic. So I don't need another intermediaries to understand and that other use. Just utilize my human capacity, spirit, I can understand, realize. That is why I can understand the absolute truth. In spite of some philosophers say that there is no absolute truth. I understand the absolute truth. How? By looking at the the word didn't come to my mind, nisbi, uh, uh, proportionate truth. So looking at the creation and seeing the manifested quality, I understand. From there, I am giving the capacity. Whoever created this must be the creator of the whole universe. How did I understand it? I have been given this capacity. I can logically connect it. If, for example, whoever put this key on my keyboard must know the whole system of the computer. Otherwise, it cannot function here as it is functioning at the moment. That is a logical conclusion. So that is how I am created. So look at this verse now, the second verse.
Yeah.
By we are expected to use. I'll let. I understand you want to say
Okay.
something, which I love it. Uh, that is human capacity, and how Quran speaks to human beings from human perspective according to their capacity. We will see the examples now. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you said this is my Eid gift to everyone. I say that's really amazing gift. It's in a way, uh, this is the key to the truth, the key to the reality, the key to understand the creator, the key to unsolve the mystery of creation. And the key is within us. And the key is implanted in every human fitra. So the point here is that I think obviously, we are educated in a way that we think either you have to become a great philosopher to understand the truth, or you have to go and become scientists and do experimental study to do that. Because the whole human history, in a way, how can I know the truth, or is it possible? And there are big discussion in terms of what we call rationalists, empiricists, the debate, which one is better. So, but it's very clear that your senses deceive you. You cannot be 100% sure about observational data. There's no absolute certainty. And I think philosophers are very, very clear on that. They say, what you see will not give you absolute certainty about the ultimate reality. And they reach to the level, like even, someone like Immanuel Kant, and says that, no, we can't really know the ultimate reality. We can just know what appears to us through our senses, but we cannot be sure. But what you're saying here, there is a way to certainty, there is a way to the reality, there is a way to the truth, and there is a way to know the creator, and that is not through science, that is not through philosophy, that is through the senses, that's through the faculty, that's through the fitra that you and every one of us has that. So in this regard, I say it's like you don't have to be a great, let's say, thinker's philosopher to know God. Just be human. Do you cook? Do you have an experience of cooking? You will for sure know the creator as a Razak, a Kareem through the cooking experience. Do you have experience of cleaning? Do you clean your house, your body? You will for sure know the creator as a Quddus who clean everything. So in this regard, I think this is one thing. I really think so. In recent decades, in the West, there is a movement called phenomenology. As someone like Edmund Husserl, they really try to delve into this experiential knowledge based on the use of the self or conscious self, Ana. But I think that part has been very much neglected. And I think if we can put this experiential knowledge at the center, we can open the path to everyone. They say, my mom never went to the school, even one single day, but she can absolutely be sure about the creator because she is a human being. She has her garden, she has her chickens, she has her cooking. If I communicate with her within this experiential one, I can see that she reached to the certainty and affirm what I tell her. So in this regard, I say, it's really, you don't have to bring those, let's say, fancy, complicated, theoretical arguments to be sure about the creator. Just you use your own experiential one. And that's why I really like what you mentioned. I think this is something is really amazing. I hope we can bring it into our life, into our education. Use this commonly accessible, the best means to the truth and to the reality and to the creator. I don't know why it has been neglected, why it has been that they have been looking out for other things, like an empirical one, like a philosophical one, rather than experiential one that everyone as a human directly experience that. I think this is really, really amazing, and I hope we can even talk more about this even after Ramadan.
Inshallah. Now, sorry, I was excited with your comment, and that is really important. I think this must never, ever be forgotten. Human beings are created, equipped with the qualities to acknowledge. We have to be careful with the words. Acknowledge, realize the absolute truth, which is the creator, absolute being, only through relative words. This is a relative word. By looking at a picture, you understand definitely there must be an artist. By looking at the computer, using the computer, you definitely you can understand that there must be a conscious being who made it, designed it, made it, organized it. All the qualities you see this computer has, manifestations of the qualities of its engineer. But the engineer is not here. I have not seen it. I have no doubt, no one, that they say there are 8 billion people here. I am absolutely sure that out of 8 billion people, there is no one exception which says this computer happened to be by itself. We have no excuse, Dr. Najati. Human beings have no excuse. I didn't know that. That's why the Quran speaks with severe language about the people of the hell. They say, we didn't know. Everything was. And then Quran says, as if Quran says, with that, of course, this tone voice is very severe, mechanical. It means shut up. Really, really, it was in English, shut up. I have given you millions of evidence, endless evidence. All the world was relative, and you need what they are very relative. They are transient, and they are all to be used to understand and acknowledge the absolute truth. That is the Quranic way of understanding how we should utilize our senses. Now, my point was, although I got excited with Dr. Najati's comment and wrote it very quickly here to share with you. If someone, again, look, I use some challenging language to attract the attention of our friends. If someone doesn't understand this sentence, again, he cannot use himself. He cannot use the universe. He cannot say that I am certain in my belief. To me, impossible. Just say that I'm convinced that there must be a God. Definitely, definitely. I believe my religion is correct. That the superficial understanding, they call it, okay, acceptance, but not certainty. Acceptance is different from certainty. For example, let's say I have a friend. I say he's a nice man. He's a nice person. I really like him. Yeah. But are you certain that if you have a company in his partnership, this company will definitely work? Are you certain? No, I don't know. Human beings, we cannot trust human beings, or they may change. You see, certainty is different from general acceptance. So, inshallah, in our journey in studying the Quran, we will emphasize on how can we utilize the Quran as a guide that teaches us to be certain in our existence, in our belief. And I'm sure I am a created being, created by the one who is the owner, the creator, the administrator, Rabbul Alameen of this world. So, inshallah, let's go to this ayah. No, come back here. All right, let's, Bismillah. The second ayah.
ضرب الله مثلا رجلا فيه شركاء متشاكسون ورجلا سلما لرجل هل يستويان مثلا الحمد لله بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون
Look at how Quran teaches us. We should not forget this. Human beings are created to acknowledge the absolute truth through relative world. What the philosophers claim that there is no absolute truth, most of the, no, all of the secularist materialist philosophers, except some Muslim philosophers, but secularist philosophers, they say there is no absolute truth. You know why? You know why? They are stuck. They imprison themselves within the universe, and there is nothing else. Through relative world, they are looking for the absolute truth within the relative world. Contradiction. I would say No, I don't want to use bad idiot. This is a relative word. How can you find absolute truth within the relative word? But the relative word is to be used by human beings, again, here, who have basira. It means uses his human qualities, consciousness, intellect, and deduce from it. This machine is just a material here, but it exclaims it screams that I have a conscious, knowledgeable being, which is called in this language engineer, or the program maker. A human being, you cannot know my engineer by defining it with any part of me. Everybody understands this, except the secularist philosopher. I am going to find out who the engineer is within the computer. Idiot. I am sorry for my tough language, rough language, but I cannot stand when I read their books. How can you say this, man? Are you not a human being? Because they have not heard the Quran and read the Quran properly. They don't read the Quran. Even the Muslims don't read the Quran properly, generally. So now, look at how Allah speaks to me now. That's sweet, very sweet. Again, don't forget this. The Quran educates human beings from their perspective within their capacity, right? Here it is. No, here it is. God sets forth a parable of a slave owned by several quarrelsome masters. Look, God is giving us an example. And a slave owned by only one master. This is my real life, isn't it? Yeah. How many rectors do you have or chancellor do you have in your university, Dr. Najati?
One.
If there were two, what would
Will I be
happen? No.
I don't know any
Two
country with two
chancellors?
presidents or any university with two rectors. I don't know.
There is no company. Even if you just run a corner shop, deli shop, in the corner, in the street, there must be one who has the final word. If there were two, doesn't work. Can you imagine? There is a city, there are two mayors. One of them is Democrat, the other one is Republic. Look and see, everything will be upside down. Look how real life example, real life example. God sets forth for a parable of a slave owned by several quarrelsome masters and slave owned by only one master. Are they equal in condition? Praise be to Allah. In fact, most of them don't know. It means don't know how to utilize the universe, how to utilize their human capacity. Very human example. So no one has the right to say that, do you think God is like a slave owner that I know? It is tashbih. Don't be ridiculous. You cannot read the Quran like this. Okay, another example. It's a beautiful, these are really, every verse is beautiful in its context. But I don't know. How can I say it? Yeah, young people, if you want to fall in love with somebody, fall in love with the Qur'an. Nothing can satisfy me more than the Qur'an, human being. No, don't lose yourself with a transient being. All right, Bismillah.
فلولا إذا بلغت الحلقوم وأنتم حينئذ تنظرون
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
ونحن أقرب إليه منكم ولكن لا تبصرون
When the soul of dying man comes up to his throat, while you are looking on, scream, my mom. It's correct. We scream. I'm not saying don't do that. As you are created not to like transient world. That's correct. We shouldn't like it. We shouldn't like death. We are nearer to him than you. Oh, God is nearer to me? Where is he? You cannot read the Quran like this and say that, oh, this is mujassima. No, I mean, describing God as a human being. No, that's how we understand, though you don't see us. Though it's a huge subject, Dr. Najati. What do you mean? What does it mean? We don't see him, but he is there. What does it mean? It is a huge subject. Inshallah, later on, we can take this ayah and study 1 or 2 days. It's not enough for 1 day. There are lots of principles to be taken notice of in order to understand this kind of ayats. But I just selected this ayah to show that God describes within our capacity how we should understand him. It's an example. Another example, inshallah, we should go faster.
إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون
Indeed, on that day, the residents of paradise will be busy enjoying themselves. Look at the description. They and their spouses seated on couches in the shade. There they will have fruits and whatever they desire. Look, very real life example, isn't that, Dr. Najati? Now your wife is there and comfortable, and all the fruits are ready. Whatever you desire, whatever you desire. It's very word description. But we talked about it just to remind, and inshallah we will pass to the other ayah. But word description, but we know that paradise cannot be likened to this world at all. It is beyond our imagination. But the Quran doesn't say, you cannot imagine, don't ask me. I cannot give you a picture of it. God says, yeah, I can depict, give a picture of paradise within your own capacity. Now you understand. But Never ever forget this principle. Human beings are created with the capacity to acknowledge the absolute truth through relative world, through relative examples. That is how we should train ourselves. If we are speaking about belief matters, introducing Islam to somebody else and to ourselves and to somebody else, we got to be very careful to speak other people and talk to other people. You cannot imagine God. No, no, no. Don't ask about. No, no, no. No, no. Give examples. Quran is full of examples. Through these relative examples, you have to use your human consciousness capacity to conclude about the absolute truth. Excuse me. Now, that is how Quran speaks. Let's say, another example, historical quarrel, but we are comfortable about it, inshallah. If only we have to have the method, how to read the Quran, no problem. There is no way to confuse. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let's see.
أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون.
Now, what does it mean? Quran is mujassima, huh? Likening Allah to a man. Wow. No, that is what the principle teaches us. Can they not see now among the things made by our hands? We have created livestock they control. I have made it with my hands. What does it mean? Does Allah have God have hands? Don't be simple-minded, man. God is speaking to me within my capacity. Now, directly, without any intermediary, I am the one who creates the fruit on the branch of the tree without being in need of the tree itself or the water. I am the one who's creating it directly. What is it to do with hand? That is just the principle. He was speaking to me within my capacity. Directly, there is no intermediary, it means. Well, does God have hand? Yes, he must, but the Quran says so. Literalist. You cannot read the book, any really poem, literally. If the poet says, I am dying for you, is he really dying? No, man, I am ready to sacrifice my life, it means. It's obvious. Why are you quarreling? Principles are important in reading the Quran. So anytime you pick up, for example, let's say a banana and try to show, this is my creator is presenting to me directly by creating it without needing the atmosphere. He is the creator of it. Without needing the water, he is the creator of it. Without needing the tree, he is the creator of everything. All things. He is the creator of each and every being in the world at every moment. I am taking this now, in quote unquote, from the hand of my creator, his own work. Handwork. It means directly created for me. That's what the Quran says. Everybody is created with his rizq. Deliberately. Whatever that. Now imagine what you had in your breakfast. It was deliberately created for you. For you. Presented to you by your creator. That is what we should understand. That's how we should live in this world. Every time, everything is directly related to God, and He is present with me. Remember, I am there, dying man, but you don't see I am there. It means in the relative world, you don't see. I don't see the engineer here. But I see that everything is working as the engineer willed it to be. Inshallah. That the Sha'ir, we studied Sha'ir, as the engineer willed it to be, to function directly. I have to have this consciousness while I am reading, while I am interacting with the world, living in this world. Now, it's
May I
enough.
add something to this, Dr. Ali? Yeah, I think this, concept that you emphasize really, really essential, that we get the true meaning rather than literally thinking about that. And the hand is used in other verses as well, like بِيَدِهِ مَلَكُوتُ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ تَبَارَكَ الَّذِي بِيَدِهِ مُلْكٌ. So you see, their yad is used very clearly, that everything happens through him directly, with him directly. So it's like, in a way, you're guests in a house and the host is saying, this food I prepare with my hand for you. I didn't buy, it's not ready food. So that also shows, yes, the person prepared, and also shows the love and care as well. And I think when we look at when the Quran says that, everything that you have, He prepared directly for you. Not only that, I think it's even, you could say, every ingredients of the food that you eat intentionally prepares for certain cells of your body and goes to them, not only for you as a person, is like for every cells, there are special foods, special vitamin, special protein prepared, and in a way send it directly to them. When you look in this way, like it's because I remember the guy, that scientists who get Nobel Prize by finding out how the food is distributed once you eat it in the stomach. And he was saying, like, as if there is a zip code in the body and the food is attached to the address and sent to its right place. And by discovering that, they gave him a Nobel Prize. He did not invent, he did not put this system. He just discovered this amazing delivery system in the body. So essentially, that delivery is from the infinite mercy and infinite knowledge. So that is what I think, when you look at it, you see the Creator is the creator of everything, and He does everything directly with His knowledge, will, and power. And I think within this context, when you have a proper understanding of who the Creator is, then I think when you read the Quran as the word of such Creator, everything makes perfect sense.
Principles, Dr. Najati, and the method of reading the Quran, method of how to study the universe. Now, 5D dimension, so I always confuse this. 5D thinking is concentrating on method of reading the universe. Islam from within is concentrating on method of reading the Quran. We are complementing each other, inshallah. Here we are. I'm very happy with working and being together with 5D thinking team. Alhamdulillah. I'm very happy. So we are complementing each other, inshallah. We need each other. We need you, you need us. Inshallah.
Alhamdulillah.
Now, let's come to this ayah now. Oh, this is finished. That's this ayah. Okay, let's listen to ayah and I have something to say.
ودانية عليهم ظلالها وذللت قطوفها تذليلا.
Now, describe my friends, especially even I don't know the age, but if you are busy with the Quran, there is no age. Forget about I am young, I am old. No. If you are with the Quran, you can memorize after 70 years of age. You can memorize a lot from the Quran. But only get used to be a friend with the Quran, always with you. So please memorize Surah Al-Insan. This is from Al-Insan. Beautiful, beautiful Al-Insan. I was in Damascus, taking some courses, and then there was a famous mosque there, not the Damascus Mosque, but that's called Ibn Arabi Mosque. And the people there, early morning, they loved it. The mosque is packed with people. Why? With a hafiz, with beautiful voice, recite Surah Insan in the second rekah. Oh, always. The people love it. So one ayah is here, we listen. The garden's shade will be right above them, and its fruit will be made very easy to reach. Listen, here it is. Here it is. Brother Neshat warned me with the previous one and uncovered it. In the paradise, there is no such thing, Dr. Neshat. So anyway, I asked the only man, but unfortunately, I couldn't ask the AI to draw a wife next to him. Then Brother Neshat says, haram, the picture. We are fasting. So, but still made a short. So, when you see this is paradise. Is paradise like this? Not at all. But how God describes it for us? Like this. Is it mujassima? How about this one? How about this one? This was the prompting picture. This person is receiving the gift. More than the gift, I'm pleased to get to know you. Who is you? Allah. But oh, Allah isn't this man with a beard and taqiyya on his head. You cannot do that. That is not the way to read the Quran. أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّا خَلَقْنَا لَهُم مِّمَّا عَمِلَتْ أَيْدِينَا, with our own hands. It's the representative of it. Which is, you cannot say that this picture shows that. I'm not saying, no. People may misunderstand. We shouldn't misunderstand. We have to know the principle. We cannot say that, oh, this picture, the God is represented in the form of a man. The Quran is full of these pictures. And at the same time, the man is thinking what? Love, compassion, richness, generosity. These are. And why? More than the gift, I am pleased to get to know. Don't forget, more than the relative word, I am pleased to get to know the absolute truth. That is what the universe. I love universe. Why? Because only through the universe I can acknowledge the absolute truth. Oh, inshallah, if we understand this, we will be very comfortable while we are reading the Quran. And lots of people are troubled with, I can see in the WhatsApp group chatting. One of our friends was saying that I'm troubled with the verses which are related to social and political affairs. Principle. The Quran applies. Get the method, learn the method, you will be absolutely comfortable that my God is educating me. Here it is. Another example. We found this box represents the universe, right? This man is the man, you and me, and the sender is the creator, owner of the universe. What does it say? I was incredibly happy to learn that there was someone who knew me, knew my needs, and immediately met them without expecting anything in return. How can I ever thank him? That's human, isn't it? That is human feeling. This is how the Quran describes us, how to get and understand our Creator. Wow, no one is warning me, the time is up. 3 minutes late. I'm sorry. I think that's enough.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, mashallah. I think it was excellent gift, alhamdulillah. So I think it's amazing. We thought that we were going to finish this category, but I think that prompting doubts from me maybe, lead you to prepare this gift, alhamdulillah. That was also a very, very good one. Thanks everyone, and I think I want to share with you in a group as well. I saw there were some asking about what we do as well, and Dr. Ali mentioned, so he is very much involved in Quranic studies, and Islam from Within is focused on this one, and Hamim, he has the whole activities on that. So we really encourage you to go and read them. There's recording there, there are articles there. And meanwhile, we in 5D, we're trying to develop an educational materials to bring this to the education, to see how we can read the creation through the light of revelation. So in this regard, that to have a proper understanding of Quran, it's absolutely essential to read the creation, because our point is that we're supposed to read the Quran and the universe side by side through the teaching of the Prophet, peace be upon him. So we have the Sunnah, the Quran, and the creation in providing a very integrated manner. So what we do in a 5D, so we try to provide in educational material, we have a training, and we are going to start a retreat actually in Yalova, it's Turkey, I think we plan to have every month almost internationally. So we'll share all this information with you as well, that in which you can immerse yourself in a forest area, read and reflect and learn the methodology to see how you can bring this approach to yourself and to your, inshallah, students, if you are teachers, to your family member, if you are parents. So we will share those information in the group. But for our understanding the Quran today, we're going to continue, inshallah, after the Ramadan, and March 28th, the second Saturday, this Saturday, the second one, will be our first session, and we will have every Saturday at 4 p.m. Mecca time, as we have it now. Once a week, inshallah, we'll continue as we have done it throughout the Ramadan, and we look forward to have you all, inshallah, with us, and we will delve deeper and we don't know how long it's going to take it. As long as Allah grant us times, and we think this is one of the most important things to, inshallah, explore. And we invite you to all join us, inshallah, and we'll look forward to have to discover much more. Thank you very much, and have a very happy Eid, and make dua for us, and inshallah we will continue after the Eid. Yes, Dr. Ali, you want to say some closing statement and make dua?
Now, inshallah, just never forget this meaning. More than the gift, I am pleased to get to know you. More than the universe, I am pleased to get to know through the universe who my Lord, who my God is. So everything is a means of acknowledging the absolute truth. Yeah, we should never forget that. We should use it practically. Remember, try to remember, inshallah. Eid Mubarak to everyone. And I would like to meet and hear with everyone on 28th of March, Saturday, and Istanbul and Mecca time for 4 p.m. İnşallah. Vesselamu aleyküm ve rahmetullah. Euzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhane rabbike rabbil izzeti amma yasifun. Ve selamun alel murselin. Velhamdülillahi rabbil alemin. Subhaneke la ilme lena illa ma allamtena. İnneke entel alimul hakim. وآخر دعوانا إن الحمد لله رب العالمين وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة